Good morning. Welcome to Breakfast with Bridgett. I'm your host, Bridgett Ellison. The time now is 7:30 on this Tuesday, December 5th. We wanted to join you yesterday. We had a few technical difficulties. Hopefully you can hear me today, but it is a wonderful morning out there, a little crisp, a little cool. And, I've got the sweater. Candace has the sweater dress. She is forecasting even cooler air that will be moving in soon. And you know what? I think I'm almost ready to finally get the lights up, Candace. How are your decorations going?
I am all up. We did a mad dash Saturday. So
Uh-huh.
Saturday was wake up early, put it all out. Front, the tree, the garlands, the stockings.
And I heard you
We
have a
had
new guest at your house,
yes,
a new
yes.
visitor, just for the
I don't know how
holidays.
it happened, but we have now an elf in our house. So it's never a dull moment in the household. But they
Isn't
named her.
weren't you gifted the elf?
I was not gifted the elf.
Oh, you weren't? Okay.
Mm-mm. No, if someone gifted me the elf, we'd have a
Ah,
little
ah, ah,
chat
ah,
later.
ah, ah,
But
ah, ah.
we the elf's name is Peppermint. So
Peppermint. We
yes,
have
I know we will.
Elfie.
Elfie, has Elfie come yet?
Elfie is delayed. I think Elfie might have,
Oh,
gotten delayed on a Frontier flight or something.
that's
She's trying to get
unfortunate.
here, but
Hmm.
yeah. So we're gonna keep watching and looking for her.
Okay,
Or she
all
could
right.
be
I can't wait to
hiding.
hear.
She might be
I,
hiding. She's
she
very
might just be.
mischievous.
Listen, it took a while for the girls to find her, so they thought that we weren't having an elf this year, and they just didn't look at the right spots. So you never know. All right, let's take it to the maps. You know what? I think the elves are feeling a little more like home in the next couple of days as we are anticipating another nice big blast of cold air in the forecast. So, taking a live look downtown Orlando right now, you can see a lot of cloud cover still overhead, but you can still see a few peaks of the blue skies out there. The breeze primarily out of the west at about 3. It's been kind of variable throughout the day. We are watching a very weak secondary cold front that's pushing through central Florida right now, hence why we are dealing with that cloud cover out there. And that's going to be bringing in another round of even colder air for tomorrow. So today, certainly cooler today than yesterday. We're at 55 degrees in the villages. We're at 57 through New Smyrna Beach, Daytona. Areas like Kissimmee right now, waking up in the mid 50s. But comparing it to 24 hours ago, we're running between 9 and 15 degrees colder this morning than yesterday, but it will get even colder. So for your highs today, we'll be back into the mid 70s, which is right where we should be for this time of the year. A little further inland areas like Bithlo will be about 75, Apopka around 73. Areas throughout Lake County, like in Claremont, your temperatures will be a touch cooler into those low 70s. So overall, mix of sun and clouds will start to clear our skies out throughout tonight, which will allow temperatures to drop even further for your Wednesday morning. But the coldest morning, so you'll have to add probably another layer tomorrow morning and then another layer for Thursday. As you can see, wake up temperatures will be in the 30s across our northern zones, down to about 37 potentially. In Ocala, it won't be the coldest morning we've seen so far this season, but still certainly on the chilly side. We'll be in the 40s in Orlando. We do have a potential for some frost in the forecast developing Thursday morning. So if you're like me, who purchased some really pretty poinsettias, they are
Mm.
very fickle with the cold weather. So make sure you bring those inside if you can. And as we get results here, 7-day forecast. The first evening of Hanukkah starts Thursday night. Temperatures will be still in the 60s. And then we'll slowly start to warm things up as we head into your weekend. But I do want to start making people a little more aware that there is that mention of a kind of a different setup on Sunday. We're watching our next front, but it won't be like the front that just passed yesterday that brought a little bit of rain and that's it. This next front has the potential for some strong to severe storms in the forecast. Some really strong shear will be possible on Sunday. So we don't have everything, all the details ironed out about Sunday, but there is a couple little warning flags that there we could be watching for the potential for that. We'll keep you posted though, but that won't be till Sunday, which will cool us down again, by the way, early next week.
Well, I am loving this little pattern here, so
Hmm.
hopefully I won't be sweating while I'm untangling some of those lights,
Yeah.
Candace, because
Well,
it's
you guys had a little bit of a bug in the house, so that kind of
yeah.
slowed you down a little bit.
Yeah,
So,
so the kids came down with the flu, and
ugh,
then they, of course, they come in the middle of the night and they want cuddles and want to
of
feel
course.
better,
And what
and
are you gonna
then
say? No.
right. Right. So it was just like boom, boom, boom. It's like
Yeah,
down for the count, but back in business now. And,
yeah,
you
and you'll
know,
be stringing up
tis the
lights, but you know
season.
what? You'll be stringing up the lights when the weather's nice, so there you go.
I
You
think I
planned it out
waited till a good
perfectly.
time. Yes. And
Yeah.
hopefully, no more flight delays for Elfie. And she will be here shortly,
I have a
raising
feeling
Cain.
she'll is it a he or she?
It's a she.
Okay, I feel like she'll be back with a vengeance.
I don't understand though why they're supposed to be in charge of good behavior for the kids, but
Mhm.
they're not behaving the best.
I know.
Do
Well, I
you
mean, are they really doing, like, bad things, or they're just being kind of, fun,
anything that involves a
mischievous?
lot of cleanup is
Mm,
somewhat bad,
well,
don't you think? I don't know.
yeah.
I don't know.
Peppermint this morning, was doing a shoo-shoo train. Instead of a choo-choo train, it was a train of shoes.
Oh,
I know,
wow, that's
creative.
cute. Did you
Right.
take a
Pep
picture?
I did. I'll post it
Okay.
on Facebook.
Okay, okay. We'll see you then. We'll see you then.
Yes,
Looking forward to this cool air. Thank you, Candace.
same. You're welcome. Bye.
All right, bye. I don't know if you can see like over my shoulder here. We have some decorations going up in our deck the cubicle season here in the newsroom. We all get involved in this, and some years are more exciting than others for different pods of cubicles. So Julie Broughton had the great idea to do a pink theme since Barbie was so big this year. I love pink. I love Barbie. So we collaborated a little bit with some of the other anchors. Ginger and Lisa have been tossing in some other items. So it's getting more and more pink over there, and I'm really loving it. We want to get over to Trooper Steve. He's out in Results One, and I know you get into the Christmas spirit too. You love the costumes and the decorations. So what kind of themes are you really feeling this year for the holidays?
When I walked in this morning, Bridget, I saw your desk in the pod. I was like, okay. For those that don't know, Bridget is 100% right. When I first got here, if you can't tell, I'm a little competitive, and I went crazy
Oh
and
yeah.
wanting to do. I don't know. I'm not
Remember our
feeling
ugly
it this
Christmas
year as
sweaters?
much. Oh my
Remember
gosh,
that?
yes. Oh, yes, and then the hot chocolate center and all that stuff. So
The
we've done it. It's
Grinch.
pretty crazy. So I was like, man, what am I gonna do in my little pod out in the studio? It's a little difficult, but I'll jump in on somebody's. But it is fun to watch everyone's stuff kind of suddenly pop
Yeah,
up out of
yeah.
nowhere.
Thank goodness you got your Grinch era out of the way because you were quite mischievous with that when we had you as the Grinch.
I was my own version of the elf on a shelf.
Yes, you were. So,
So
what is going on out there on the roads this morning?
we're actually looking really, really good. I'm surprised by it. I even said that this morning. I was a little taken aback by how smooth we were moving this morning. So what you're looking at there is DOT cam of downtown Orlando. Some of you might be saying, well, that's a lot of cars. Yeah, but they're moving, so that's the good thing. So we're pretty clear when it comes to downtown. No major issues there, you could see. But here, this is the routine stuff, y'all. No worries here. This is westbound I-4 at the 99. This puts us right at Lake Mary, between Lake Mary Boulevard and 46A, the westbound lanes. If you travel through here, those cars going on the right, well, try to merge over as soon as possible because that turns into a turning lane, and then you guys bog it down by kind of squeezing yourself in there, which you shouldn't be doing anyway. Osceola Parkway to Colonial, 24-minute drive and a 23-minute drive coming in from Lake Mary to downtown Orlando. This is a good drive time, even if it's in the yellow. Our other one's showing not horrible, but it is consistent with what we're seeing on that top one. Lake Mary Boulevard to Maitland, 11 minutes. Not bad, but what is bad? 44 miles an hour. That's the problem. The speed limit out there, 55 to 60, so be careful. 408 to Redbug, only a 10-minute, and then 27 to 50 on the turnpike, nice and smooth. So the only crash I'm watching this morning is this one right here. John Young Parkway northbound, still at Deerfield, causing some major issues. And based off of what we're seeing, it does look like John Young Parkway is currently shut down. Just got a little email here, and I'm trying to see what is going on within that area. But if you're traveling from the Hunters Creek area at the moment, you are going to run into some major issues through that area. So as you approach the Deerfield area, this is going to be south of Whisper Lakes. As I'm on the phone with you, I'm trying to search another computer program just to get an update on this crash. It is indicating severe roadblock within that intersection. They shut it down right around an hour, probably about 10 minutes ago. They completely shut that area down. So if you're getting ready, I would say move over to OBT. I know hearing me say OBT as the alternate is a surprise, but that's actually moving a lot better. You're seeing some delays westbound I-4 right now at Lake Mary, and those were only a 22-minute drive, so not bad. Goldenrod, Aloma looking pretty good. And then we're watching this one too at Princeton and John Young, but from what I understand, it's been cleared out. Oviedo, you guys are looking good. Bridgett, I am so excited to go out to Oviedo tomorrow. I'm going to go check out this mall. We've talked about it so much. Justin Warmoth has covered it in the Boomtown. Ezzy today. A local, you guys know I love food. Bridgett, I know you love good food too. A family-owned Italian bakery and market is opening there. Their ribbon cutting is tomorrow at 2:30 at the Oviedo Mall. The retired Lieutenant Kim Montez reached out to me and goes, look, the owner watches News 6 mornings. Would you come out for the grand opening? And I was like, absolutely. As long as I get like a good cannoli out of it.
Okay, so I was
down.
wondering what you were going to go for first.
I'll probably knock out a few cannolis, maybe a few bakeries, maybe come in Thursday with some treats. I don't know. We'll see. Come on, I can't go there and not bring you guys anything.
Maybe bring like the cannoli kit.
I like where you're going.
Like maybe have them, like have it so that way the shell stays crispy.
Look at you. Bridgett knows what she's talking about, y'all. We talk news all day long, but if News 6 Morning has its own food podcast, Candace and Lisa better watch out because we would kill it. Definitely.
We got to figure out a way to, expound upon that idea because we're hungry.
We still need to. I think you and I need to have a once a month where it's like a drive up lunch where we go somewhere but we eat in the car and we test the food out in the car. That'd be pretty fun.
Yeah, I popped over to Zaza yesterday and got an empanada and it was just so good. Just hit the spot.
Little hot sauce on that.
And that garlic stuff that they give you, which is my co-anchors don't like that, but oh well.
Hey, it's heaven. That's heaven sauce right there. Thanks, Bridgett.
All right, can't wait to hear more about that, and we'll catch up with you later on the road.
Bye.
All right, bye. I want to get to a little bit of news now. Like Trooper Steve mentioned, that mall development decision is major, and the mall will soon be home to people because of this plan that city leaders have approved to build those apartments in the site of the former Macy's location out there at Oviedo Mall. So News 6's Ezzy Castro explains this plan to revitalize that shopping area.
Oviedo City Council members unanimously voted to move forward with plans for a new apartment complex at the Oviedo Mall. The property will be located in the parking lot of the old Macy's store, which closed its doors in 2017.
I think that private investment in the city of Oviedo is a good thing.
The Oviedo Marketplace project has been a plan for years, with developers hoping to give the mall a new facelift with a 360-unit apartment complex, a clubhouse, and a park. But some are concerned that this could create more congestion in the area, though council members say they do expect a little more traffic, but added this will bring an economic boost for the city.
Though it will increase traffic, no doubt about it, what we're comparing is not a failing closed Macy's.
My concern is for the children in the aisles of Oviedo. They stand on the corner to pick up their school bus every morning. I know the studies show there isn't going to be an increase in traffic. There's too much traffic there in the morning already.
So we'll keep you updated as they move forward with that plan to put more housing out there near the Oviedo Mall and reshape what that shopping area looks like in the coming years. I want to get to another story now in Split Oak Forest. This has been a hot button topic as well. People are against a planned toll road extension out there through part of the local forest, and they're taking their fight to Florida Fish and Wildlife Commission today. This has been a controversy for years now. It's ongoing, and the plan is to extend the Osceola County Parkway into the area known as Split Oak Forest there on your map. And supporters say it's needed to keep up with growth, but of course, conservationists and critics say the environmental cost is too high, and they're asking FWC to keep protections in place on this forest and not put that parkway through part of Split Oak Forest. That meeting is set for 9 a.m. We'll keep you updated on what happens there. And now to another topic that has a lot of people talking, speeding in school zones. In Osceola County, they are looking at ways to protect children more when they're headed to and from school in those school zones. The county commission approved a plan to add speed cameras to the zones, but there's a catch. They would actually cause you to get tickets, and it's just for speeding. So Mike DeForest has more on how that plan would work.
We're just down the road from Boggy Creek Elementary. Osceola County leaders say 2 out of every 3 motorists speeds through this school zone here, but they're hopeful that cameras could eventually put a stop to those speeders. Cameras similar to this one in Winter Garden could eventually be set up outside schools in Osceola County to catch drivers speeding through school zones.
Yeah, it's frustrating because nobody's paying attention. They're all on their phone. It's really bad.
And going too fast?
Yeah, too fast.
All those in favor state aye. Aye. Opposed, same sign. Motion carries.
Today, Osceola County commissioners voted to approve the use of those cameras outside schools. Earlier this year, Florida lawmakers passed a bill that authorizes the use of cameras that detect when drivers are going too fast. Violators can receive a ticket in the mail with a $100 fine.
That the law is if you go 11 miles over the speed limit in a school zone, you will be ticketed.
Commissioner Brandon Arrington says it will likely take several months for county leaders to identify which schools should receive speed cameras and to select a camera system vendor.
We want to make sure people drive safer in our school zones. We're not looking to get tickets. We're not looking to make money. We just want our kids to be safe going and coming from school.
Several other Central Florida counties and cities are also looking at those speed detection cameras. Osceola County commissioners say it's still too early to know how much the system will cost or how soon those cameras could show up outside the schools here. Reporting in Osceola County, Mike DeForest, News 6.
All right. Hopefully that will definitely get results as the word gets out about that in Osceola County. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back. And we're back. We want to get you to a little bit more news here. There is a new way for Floridians relying on a number of social services to get help they need. The State Department of Children and Families is rolling out a new My Access portal. And for those who need access to SNAP and TANF benefits, it'll help them access more information on that more quickly. Officials say it is easier to use. It makes getting assistance faster. Users will have to create a new account and link any current programs that they're receiving. And the state put out some video tutorials to help you get everything set up. We have posted that information on that new My Access portal for SNAP and TANF benefits on clickorlando.com, so you can share that and get the word out about that portal. But so many systems now using the portals, from the healthcare to making appointments or making requests for appointments and telehealth, and there's just so much happening with those portals. When you're looking for a car, you want to do your research. It's not just about the price, right? So today, our Crystal Moyer, our News 6 morning anchor and insider guy, Crystal Moyer, has more on how you can get the best bang for your buck, especially with the high prices and interest rates, but also get a newer used car that is very reliable, because that's another important component when you're shopping. So she's explaining this consumer report, which details what you should consider most reliable when you're shopping and which ones are least reliable as far as those repairs that tend to add up on the back end.
Every year, Consumer Reports surveys hundreds of thousands of its members, asking them simple but important questions. What problems have they had with their vehicles in the past year?
From the engine to transmission issues, leaks, paint and trim problems, And with EVs growing in popularity, we ask electric car owners about battery and charging issues. And then we can crunch those numbers to calculate the predicted reliability.
Lexus and Toyota took the top spots for brand reliability, followed by Mini, Acura, Honda, and Subaru. And while EVs are growing in popularity, Consumer Reports members experience 79% more problems with their EVs compared to gas-powered cars. EV trouble spots include issues with charging, electric motors, and battery problems.
Our members are reporting the same issues with most EVs as they are with vehicles that have been designed brand new from the ground up, whether they're gas or electric.
But automakers seem to have worked out the growing pains for hybrid vehicles. Consumer Reports members reported their hybrids have 26% fewer problems on average than a gas-only car. And Consumer Reports found the type of vehicle you drive also matters. Sedans, along with hatchbacks and wagons, remain the most reliable vehicle types. Pickup trucks have been at the bottom of Consumer Reports reliability rankings for 7 of the past 8 years, with EV trucks coming in last this year.
Very interesting, because we love our trucks, but that's something to keep in mind. Good information there from Crystal. When it comes to screen time, there is more information out now, especially heading into the holidays. We know that tablets and computers and all kinds of electronics will be under those trees and in those gift boxes. But there is a warning for parents this morning when it comes to screen time in kids. There's a new study that found excessive screen exposure for children 3 to 6 years old is associated with mental health problems. And this study was conducted in China, and they looked at 15,000 kindergartners, and they found those who spent more than 4 hours a day on computers, phones, TVs, and other electronics had a higher risk of mental health problems. So they say the risk was lower, though, for children who use the devices to mostly watch educational programs. So that's a good compromise to look out for there, when you're trying to negotiate with them, because they do love it, and we're all addicted to our phones and our screens, but it's important to note this and keep it in mind, especially if you're getting some new electronics this holiday season. Speaking of the holidays, Christmas less than 3 weeks away now. It is coming up soon, and if you've ever wanted to have a Santa Claus experience, this might be one for your bucket list. Airbnb is offering one family a chance to stay in Santa's cabin in Finland. Wow, it's a free stay. The guests will have to work by helping the chief elf himself sort through letters to Santa. That's some hard work. The winning family will also get to enjoy traditional Finnish meals, roast chestnuts by an open fire, and take a trip to see the Northern Lights. Bookings open December 11th, and the stay will be from December 18th through December 21st. That is just unreal. I have to look into how that works. So a chance to stay in Santa's cabin, wow, in Finland. That would be a Christmas to remember for sure. Well, we'll be back tomorrow with more Breakfast with Bridgett. We thank you so much for joining us. I'll see you coming up on News 6 at noon. Until then, I hope you make it a great day. Thanks for joining us.